Almost 4 million people in southern Japan were urged to evacuate as Typhoon Shanshan made landfall Thursday, leaving thousands of residents without power and lashing Kyushu Island with hurricane-force winds, torrential rain and dangerous storm surges. The Japan Meteorological Agency issued a rare emergency warning for the slow-moving storm, saying it was expected to bring damaging flooding and landslides to most of Kyushu, the country's southernmost main island, with record rainfall expected. Hundreds of flights have been cancelled, bullet train services suspended, and major companies like automaker Toyota have closed factories. Japanese authorities on Thursday warned that a life-threatening situation was imminent for towns in Kyushu's Oita prefecture and urged 57,000 people to take life-saving actions as it issued its highest typhoon alert. A Level 4 evacuation advisory, the second highest alert, was in place for all of Kyushu, affecting 3.7 million residents. At least one person is missing and dozens of people have been injured across the island as of Thursday morning, according to local government offices. Earlier this week, 3 people were killed in a landslide triggered by Shanshan's destructive wind and rains. Typhoon Shanshan weakened as it slowly moved north through Kyushu as the equivalent of a Category 1 Atlantic hurricane, according to the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, JTWC. By Friday, Shanshan had weakened into a tropical storm with its center almost stationary over northeast Kyushu, packing winds of 70 km per hour, 45 miles per hour, after hitting the mainland with wind speeds of up to 185 km per hour, 115 miles per hour. Areas in Japan further away from the typhoon have also been affected by its bands of stationary heavy rains. In central Aichi prefecture, a family of 5 were buried in a landslide when it destroyed their house late Tuesday, according to Gamagori City's Crisis Management Division. 3 people, a couple in their 70s and a 30-year-old man, died in the incident. 2 women in their 40s were pulled out of the debris and survived, one with severe injuries. On Thursday, Shanshan was moving at 10 km per hour, 7 miles per hour, dumping huge amounts of rain onto the island. Slower storms can be more destructive, with strong gusts or rainstorms that pound the same areas for hours or days. Rainfall reached over 0.5 meters, 20 inches, in many areas, and forecasters said totals could reach as high as 1 meter, 40 inches, across some isolated and hilly regions. Kyushu's Abino Plateau saw a 3-day rainfall total of almost 0.9 meters, 35 inches, up to Friday. Japan's Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshimasa Hayashi said in a news conference Thursday that record-breaking rainfall is expected and authorities are trying to assess the state of damage and implement emergency disaster response measures. The storm forced more than 1,200 flights to be cancelled at major airports across Japan, including more than 400 at Tokyo's Haneda, according to flight tracking website FlightAware. Hayashi said dozens of sections of the major highways running through Kyushu have closed, and services on the Kyushu Shinkansen and Nishi Kyushu Shinkansen bullet trains were suspended. There are fears that the effects of the typhoon may spread further in the future, Hayashi said. More than 255,150 households on Kyushu were without power Thursday morning, according to Kyushu Electric Power. Automakers Toyota, Honda, Mazda and Nissan are among major firms that have suspended some operations at their factories in the path of the storm. Shanshan is expected to slowly move over Japan's southwest, before crossing into central regions through the weekend and possibly into next week. The main threat across the rest of Japan will continue to be widespread significant downpours, with some areas in Shikoku and Honshu potentially seeing 0.4 meters, 16 inches, of rain.